Battletoads. I'm hoping like hell I'm out of the deep end of the, as Alvarez would put it, -5 stars of video game movies that I've reviewed yesterday. That took time, so I gotta crunch these two together. Both failed pilots for a cartoon series. I've never actually seen the full Battletoads one. I think I caught the tail end of it once as a kid when it was on like super early in the morning or late afternoon or something like that. I was just flipping through channels and just happened to, oh, what? But hey, it's Battletoads. Already doing better than the last review as Dark Queen's in the leggy dress. Even if this sucks too, it's only a 20-minute something deal, so the pain will be brief. The games themselves are all kind of tongue-in-cheek in a way that's not painful like the remake. So, fingers crossed that this is somewhat palatable. We get our Professor T-Bird and Princess Angelica escaping the Dark Queen's battleship as it fires upon them. Dark Queen wants the princess's amulet that already shines the Battletoads symbol? The big bull guy is named General Slaughter. That I remember from the games, but he's voiced by... Cut to a school where 3 kids are getting berated by a principal type intending on splitting these 3 up. They're a bad influence on each other apparently, and they all fail to impress trying to get into their social circles. T-Bird with Angelica escape to a tomb where the essence of her royal guard, the Battletoads, lie. As they happen to choose the getaway to the distant planet of Earth, Oxnard, California to be exact, and of course, through an arcade game one of the kids is playing leaps out Angelica and T-Bird. The kids accept their offer to be turned into Battletoads just as the Dark Queen and her goons arrive slurming their way out of a soda dispenser nozzle?
What?
They get turned into Battletoads, so they're like, why do we help the guy who turned us into toads? Battletoads to be exact. But they kidnap the hot princess and they're like, oh, we gotta save her. Toads take them all down with various food dispensary and the queen runs off via warp portal. They get their dub names of Rash, Zitz, and Pimple. And they can actually turn back to normal. Was this in the games at all? That they had like human forms they could like transform? I don't think they ever did that. Plus there are almost always only like 2 of 3 toads you could play as. Because you only need like 2 players. The trio is humans, hide Bird and Princess out in their favorite teacher's abode? Okay, I doubt teachers even back then made fancy seaside villa kind of money, even if this is Cali. Let's get wordy. That's your big henshin call to transform into Battletoads. So I guess Bird and Princess are here on Earth. Princess gets a minimum wage job. Fast food place. Slaughter and goons appear from nearby washing machines as Bird works over a pink Cadillac over that they just happen to have. He's like, alright, it's time to pop a zit, squeeze a pimple, and scratch a rash. They have these laser weapons, but are quick to run away when the toads make their hands into weapons like in the games. Smash Hits as the cartoon dubs them. I don't know if that's the official name. Sounds vague enough to be, though. I played Battletoads, never really finished any of them, other than Battletoads Double Dragon, and then the T-Bird on at the end tells me, play the game normally, or like on a harder difficulty. Something like that. Never did get like a true ending. Somehow Bird had the Dark Queen's teleporty thing that looks like a golf club. Slaughter shakes him down for it and sends it to the Dark Queen so she can squeeze through food dispensaries again and capture the princess. Wait, no, she can just do that because we cut back to Slaughter being told via shoulder pad spike that call off the attack, I have the princess. Okay, so they all have golf club teleport machines then. Okay, fine. T-Bird modifies the Cadillac, or Toadster as he calls it, to fly and warp to where the Dark Queen's lair is. We get a bit callback here from the climby part from the later NES games with the round pegs. I think that's a callback to like the Dark Queen's final level for the NES. She even has the spitty tornado move where she just... So they gotta grab a nearby laser weapon to blow the base and save the girl. Dark Queen, angry at this, musters up her force to threaten the entire planet of Earth for harboring these Battletoads. Her UFO doubles as a buzzsaw to cut into their mall. The toads give chase right into her trap. They're surrounded by lasers from the goons. They all fire at once. The toads get out of the way, and they blow up their own UFO. Incompetent boobs. for henchmen. That checks out for cartoons when you gotta end off quickly. So the three kids that showed everyone that they are all Battletoads save the day. The principal's all cool with the three together now, and that's the one and done pilot episode of Battletoads. Alright, real quick. Best character. General Slaughter is the number 2 to the Dark Queen. He doesn't get as much recognition in the games as bigger bosses like Big Blag and Robo-Manus. If the series took off, I think those two would have made an appearance to bolster the Queen's forces. Worst character? How does that one normal not Toad named Melvin even blow up a computer by typing on it? That's all I got for 21 minutes. Yeah. Like, how do you even do that? Power-ons, the smash hits. I feel like, again, if this took off, we'd see, like, a lot more creative ways than that. Like, one of Rash's in particular in this pilot was a Matador's red cape to antagonize General Slaughter, and then pulls it back to reveal his fist becomes an anvil. Bong! I think one of them, the hands turned into, like, a bulldozer, like, just push away the goons. So, yeah. That would have been something to see would have been around for, like, a couple more episodes. Power off is, I guess everyone can just use golf club teleporting things to do things. And what's with the spiked shoulder communicator? I can see why this didn't get picked up for a full series. Anyway, with that, it's on to Bubsy. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, plenty, I'd assume. You should have been here yesterday, Bubsy. A lot went wrong with that. Even the title of your episode is that. It's not even a cat pun, like, possibly, you know? That's why I thought you were pronouncing it as such. As whacked out as Battletoads is, you ain't seen anything yet. I know next to nothing about Bubsy. I think he collects yarn and fights yarn aliens or something like that. They keep making games. Why do they keep making games? Multiple Bubsies, but Clay Fighter still ended on the N64. Yeah, Sidekick Armadillo's the tweaked-out scaredy cat character that's getting bullied around by Bubsy's nephew and niece. You thought Battletoads move fast? This movie's on speed by the looks of it. Apparently Bubsy's certifiable and ready to test this virtual reality helmet he saw on TV invented by Virtual Reality. And has public domain black and white clips as he describes how brave and fearless he is. Again, I have the slightest bit of knowledge of the game. Bubsy fought yarn aliens as his foes. For this cartoon, it's a big cartoon cat lady with her cook vulture and some purple rat thing with the attention span of an old sponge. And just as appealing looking. She wants the helmet too. Bubsy arrives, who I know is voiced by the guy who voices Raph in the 80s Ninja Turtles. Virgil sounded like Baxter Stockman. Apparently the helmet makes whatever happens on the headgear happen in real time, teleporting them in and out of danger. The bratty kids want to play with the dangerous helmet they know is dangerous. They were there when the teleporting happened. Virgil says it's no toy. And when conversing with Bubsy, the kids sneak away with the helmet. Rat and Vulture arrive to claim the helmet from the brats, who have meanwhile created a roller coaster, among other things. Bubsy's always with the, what could possibly go wrong? How about them becoming giant? Squish. But you're a cartoon character, so you're okay. He gets the helmet back from the brats. The rat nabs it at first, but then him being a total doofus trades a corn dog for it. Wired to explode. Again, cartoon. Yeah, they really lean on the gag humor kind of thing. Very Merry Melodies type of thing. He's back with the vulture, and they together nab the helmet and brats, as the armadillo mocks Bubsy. What could possibly go wrong? So now the female cat named Allie has the helmet, makes herself rich while her henches are ready to eat the two children. Yeah, kill them little shits. This pilot might be looking up after all. Oh, the purple guy's a shrew. And Bubsy finds him in the yellow pages. Remember those? Allie's got helm hair, and the fight is on for the helmet. Everyone gets a turn with the helm. Too much use makes it about to explode. He quickly thinks up, and after the smoke clears, the baddies are already tied up. And that's Bubsy. Convenient. Before we get to the moments I usually end on, I gotta talk about commercials. Because the Bubsy I found on YouTube had him intact. Let's see. Going down the list. A bath toy, most likely for Barbie, called Barbie's Bubbling Shower. Just commercials about cartoons like Garfield and Friends. Oh, good stuff. Remember when Bugles were the newest snack? I don't know if they make commercials for Bugles anymore. Man. With these commercials, they make it feel like they just came out with it, and it's just like, oh, Bugles. Normal gets too abrasive after a while. I gotta have it with as a barbecue or a cheddar kind of type, personally. But you can't even try to find a commercial for Bugles nowadays. Nature Valley granola bars. Ooh, those early ones. That's just a chunk of nuts. Ugh, bottom barrel stuff right there. The late Tony J with, he's been dead 100 million years, but then you woke him up. It's a game called Tyrannosaurus Rocks. Spin the wheel, put the bones carefully on this skeletal T-Rex, but just be careful if he wakes and starts thrashing around, you're out of the game. Oh, I remember this one, total toddler type of toy, the Bumble Ball. I think my little sister had one. It was like this sphere, but it had like parts sticking out of it. It was a weird Sputnik looking ball with like pegs, and it shook like crazy. And another Barbie thing, a Paint and Dazzle car. Get them arts going, I guess. But yeah, among other things, like Tech School. Still doing stuff like that, I guess, with the video power again. I wonder if that's the same person or same channel. I think it was like a Fox something or other that this played on. Alright, best character in this. The Vulture annoys me the least out of all the characters, so maybe him. I rooted when he was going to eat the children. Worst character? I never mentioned at all the assistant to the doctor the ditzy broad who always gets Bubsy's name wrong. She doesn't get too much ire. That's for the twin kid characters. Power on. Not for this, no. Power off. Bubsy 3 times in one episode did a "you gotta live on the edge," for example, and then this black and white stock footage of an actual person doing things for whatever reason. I never hankered to play a Bubsy before this. I have even less interest now. The tagline for this pilot should have been, "what could possibly go right?" But that's my double feature of Battletoads and Bubsy. I got a third movie where Robin Shou shows up. It's the redundantly titled DOA, Dead or Alive. Until next time, take care! And if I was campaigning for a game to get a cartoon animated one-shot, mascot character-wise, I think I'd give it up to Arrow the Acrobat.